What's up, good people? Alright, so like the title says, I am going to be doing a review on DAT Truckers Edge load board. I know many people do this a lot and consistently and are probably much better at it than I am, but this is a load board that I primarily use. I have Uber Freight, I have 123 load board, I have Truckers Path, I have JB Hunt 360, but the primary one I use is DAT Truckers Edge because it has the most consistent freight on there, and it really shows, it really helps a guy out when you have the premium package, and you can know the 15-day average for each lane and the 30-day average. That one trucker on YouTube says makes sense. He talks a lot about how it has made his business more profitable, and I would agree 100%. So this is the app. You can also go online. Like, I know other drivers use the online version, the web version, which I do also, but when I'm on the road and in the truck, typically I don't pull out my laptop unless I have good Wi-Fi, and usually I do not, so I just prefer to use my iPad or my iPhone. It's a different experience. I think the web version for DAT is a little better as far as breaking down the lanes and the rates, and the searchability, the accessibility is a little bit more efficient. But anyways, this is the DAT load board app, in which you can download after you pay for their service. So these are just basically some lanes that I've been looking at in the past couple weeks. You can delete those so they don't show up, but right now I am in Post Falls, Idaho, kind of on the border of Washington and Idaho. So I'm delivering here from Denver, and I pick up a load. I booked a load before the weekend, picking up in Idaho, about an hour and a half away from here, going to Dalton, Georgia. It's like northern Georgia, north of Atlanta, for $4,000, which is like $1.80 a mile. For that distance, it's like 2,300 miles or whatever. For that distance, that's a decent rate considering the times. So yeah, but I really couldn't have got that load unless I was on here. So now I'm looking for a load picking up out of Dalton, Georgia on the 31st or the 1st, and I actually want to go to Michigan because that's where my home is, and I'd like to get there by the weekend, but that might be tough. I like to gross like $6,000 at least, and it'd be great to gross $8,000 for the week, but I'm trying to get home. So I made a good chunk this past week, so this week I'm assuming I'll be lucky to get $6,000 if I want to make it home for the weekend to spend with my family. So jumping into the market now. I know it's Monday, and so more loads will be posted tomorrow and Wednesday, but right now it says 153 loads available. I think within a 150 or 200 mile radius of Dalton, Georgia. And on the app, it's a little bit different. If you click this little pencil button on the bottom right corner in the circle, you can adjust your deadhead miles. So say you want to only deadhead 150, pick up on the 31st and the 1st, February 1st. So let's see what they got. Now I know that I'm most likely not gonna get into Michigan from Georgia. if something does pop up, they're going to be few and far between and probably not pay as good. So I'm probably looking at going to like Columbus or Chicago and then going to Michigan from one of those locations. The problem is that if I pick up on a Friday, it's more likely I'm gonna get a load probably on Monday, which I don't want. I want to deliver on. If I pick up on Friday, I want in Georgia, I want to deliver wherever I'm going Saturday and hopefully get a load going back delivering Monday in Michigan or Tuesday, you know. But it doesn't always work out as planned. But like this one right here, 60-mile deadhead to Painesville, Ohio. The trip 713 miles. The average 15-day average on that's 1,070. So that's pretty crappy to me. Sorry, I'm rolling up my window. It's kind of cold out here. 42,000 pounds, Brokers Hub Group. That one picks up on the 1st, so that would be Friday. And it goes to Painesville, Ohio. So then I typically go like to one of my maps. Oh wait. And I'll go like Dalton. You always want to make sure Dalton, Georgia, of the deadhead, because sometimes, a lot of the times, the brokers are way off or they're in the vicinity. To Painesville, Ohio, and then also I don't always know where the cities are that it's delivering to, so I kind of get so I look at where the city is, typically outside of a bigger city. So for instance, this one's Cleveland. So then I look at, okay, if I deliver Saturday, see, most likely this is 713 miles. Most likely that they're going to want to deliver this Monday. And so that wouldn't really work for me. But if I could deliver Saturday, which is going to be tough to do 713 miles when the speed limit's, 70 in these areas, 65 too in some. But if I could deliver Saturday and then pick up a load Saturday, delivering Monday, going to Michigan, then that would be fine. So then I would go, does it say a delivery date? It says pick up the 1st, and it doesn't say anything about delivery. So I would have to call them. So then I would go Painesville, Ohio. Okay, right here I would do a new search, and I would go Painesville, Ohio. Painesville, Ohio to Michigan on the 2nd, which would be Saturday. And see, this one right here is perfect. And that would pick up Saturday. And so Fremont, Ohio from Painesville. I typically like my next pickup to be like on the way to where I'm going, so that one would be perfect. So I'm gonna look at doing this right here. So I will I'll give them, where did that go? It's already gone. Before I give them a call, let me, what's this one pay as we go? So before I give them a call, let me, instead of doing anywhere, let me make sure there's nothing going straight to Michigan. So this one's Maryville, Tennessee, going to Detroit for 1,100. So let's just, oh shit, wait. So let's just go and call this, what the heck? Ohio. I mean, I still have a couple days. Man, everyone's coming in here, getting in before me. It's kind of shitty. So, what the heck, man? Okay. Let's give these guys a call. The 15-day average on this is 1,070. So, that would be, the deadhead 60. I generally like to add that into my rate. So 713 plus 60 equals 773 miles. So 1,070 divided by 773. So the average on that's $1.38 a mile. So I'm gonna ask them for 1,400, and we'll see what they say. If not, I'm not in a big rush to pick that load up. So I'm gonna call the broker right now. You're live.
Tucker, how can I help you?
Hi, calling about this load picking up in Ackworth, Georgia, going to Painesville, Ohio on the 1st of February.
Yeah, picking up on the 1st, that's Friday, 3 p.m. Delivery is Monday the 4th between 7 a.m. and 12 noon. It's 42,200 pounds. Requires a dry 53-foot trailer. Looking at $1,000 on the rate. Would you be anywhere close to that rate, sir?
I'd actually be like 1,400.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be able to come up that high this far out. I could do 1050 at this time.
Yeah, that's a little low for me. I appreciate you though.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you. Bye.
Have a good day.
So there you go. That's the general, communication right now. The result. So sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you don't, and sometimes you gotta just take the load, But I already knew I didn't want that as soon as he said it delivers Monday, which I kind of figured because it's 700 miles and picking up on Friday. So that load's not going to work for me. So, you try to plan things out and they just don't always work out. Monmouth, Illinois. Let's see where this one goes. Monmouth, Illinois. Well, I don't really need to know. So that's... Yeah. Then I would have to... I'm assuming that one hopefully delivers like Saturday. I don't know. So I'm probably, but I just wanted to also give you, I'm probably not going to book a load right now. Here's Clifton, Tennessee to Effingham, Illinois. 5, 10, 15. Zach Barker. Clifton, Tennessee to Effingham. Dalton, Georgia to Clifton, Tennessee. I hope this is somewhat helpful to some of you. Oh, see, that's like a 4-hour drive. Yeah. And sometimes that makes sense, but it's a lot of non-highway miles and quite a ways. But yeah, Romeoville, Galleon, Ohio. And that's the same place, I believe. All right. So yeah, I'm just looking through, guys. I hope this is Romeoville. Oh, that was canceled, so that means it's probably booked. Galleon, Ohio. I think this is Total Quality Logistics. A lot of people don't like them. They're very annoying. They'll call you multiple times during your pickup and delivery, but I don't mind it. They're a good brokerage. I'm sure that's why they have a high credit score too, is because they're on point for their customers. So, but as you can see, that 15-day average is 682. I wouldn't do that for less than 800. But that would be a good one. And then I would look for Cincinnati, Ohio on the 1st. So I'd do a new search, just trying to, plan out if I'm going to be able to, if that's going to put me in a lane that I'm going to be able to pick up a load going to Michigan. And to me, it doesn't really matter a whole lot where in Michigan, because, as long as it's in Michigan, I'll pretty much deadhead home, because my home location is in a decent place to where it doesn't matter a whole lot where, unless it's way up north, then that wouldn't work. But so let's do this search and see if there's anything picking up in Cincinnati on Saturday. Oh wait, this would be Friday. So there is. So then if I could get that other load for 800 and get this load for 800, that'd be 1,600 buckaroos, and that'd be enough for me to end the week out and be home. My thing is Bellefontaine, Ohio, from Bellefontaine, Ohio, from Cincinnati, Ohio. That would work for me, and then because that's on the way home. It's 2 hours, so you'd have to factor that in. So I may be interested in that if they would give it to me for 800. Who is it? Suntech. This one isn't so bad either. Lebanon, Ohio. So what was that? I don't know why that says Mississippi. So right now I wanted to go back to that load. So the problem I might face is, well, I think I'd be okay. Bowling Green isn't so bad. But I'd be looking to get this one for 1,000. White, Georgia, from Dalton, Georgia, doesn't seem too bad. This is just how I do it, guys. Hopefully it's not too boring and helpful to some of you. I just wanted to kind of do a live. This is live right now. Like, I'm literally, I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not live on YouTube, but oops, but it's going to be uploaded right after I do it, and I'm just trying to give you a perspective on how I do it. So this one, I don't like going like the opposite way of where the load goes, but this is only 46 miles south, so I would do that. And then, you know, but I'm gonna call these this is Total Quality Logistics. I've done a lot of loads for them. They're pretty decent, but I'm gonna try to get 1,000 out of this. And it's not always 58031, and then I'm willing to go down to 800. So 1,000 is my starting point, and 800 is my minimum.
Thank you for calling Total Quality Logistics. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
So I'll have to type.
If you're calling about your current load and would like to speak to your account executive, please press 1. If you're calling regarding freight payment, please press 2. If you're calling regarding a load posting and have a post ID, press 8. If you're calling regarding an active posting, please enter your 6-digit post ID now.
Let's see what we can get. Oh, they put me on hold. Must be busy.
For more than 20 years, Total Quality Logistics has worked hard to establish a reputation of excellence that starts within our own walls and extends outward to all our communities. At TQL, we're very proud of all the top workplace and industry awards we've been given, but we're especially honored to support more than 1,900 charities with over $1.5 million and over 3,300 volunteer hours through our TQL Cares program. Thank you for your patience. A TQL representative will be with you in a moment.
So that's what it was.
Sorry about your hold. This is Kristen. How can I help you?
Hi, Chris. Oh, sorry. Hi, Kristen. Yeah, I'm looking at this load picking up in White, Georgia, going to Cincinnati, Ohio. I think it picks up on the 31st.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it does. It picks up on Thursday, delivers on Friday.
What time does it pick up on Thursday?
Wait 1 second and let me take a look. It's at 9 a.m.
Is that negotiable, that time, that pickup time?
It might be able to be moved. Let me ask really quickly.
Before you ask, what are you guys trying to get for that load?
800.
Can you do 1,000?
Probably not. I mean, I could see him maybe going to 900, maybe, but I don't think he'll